J T A L.
While I'm sitting here, stuck in
Yo, everybody, it's your boy JTL back with another one. Y'all hit that sub button, that notification bell, get the notifications. So y'all see the title, let's get it. And this is brought by Forbes. So, headline says, Will Smith refused to leave Oscars after slapping Chris Rock and could face disciplinary proceedings, Academy says. Top line, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science asked actor Will Smith to leave the Oscars after he slapped comedian Chris Rock last weekend, but Smith refused. The organization said in a statement Wednesday that announced disciplinary proceedings against the actor. In its statement, the Academy acknowledged we could have handled the situation differently. Probably mean they should have escorted him out. The Academy may take steps including suspending, expelling, or otherwise sanctioning Smith for violating the organization's standards of conduct, which prohibits inappropriate physical contact, abusive or threatening behavior, and compromising the integrity of the Academy. The Academy called the incident a deeply shocking, traumatic event to witness in person and on television, praising Rock for his self-possessed response to the attack. The Academy apologized to Rock, to award nominees, guests, viewers for the incident. The organization's board of governors next meets April 18th, at which point disciplinary action may take place, the Academy said. Smith stormed the Oscar stage, slapped Rock, and shouted, "Keep my wife's name out your effing mouth." The comedian delivered an on-stage quip targeting the shaved head of Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett, who has alopecia, a condition causing hair loss. Smith later gave a tearful acceptance speech after winning a Best Actor Oscar for his performance in the tennis biopic King Richard. But his speech notably excluded an apology to Rock, and Smith was later seen dancing and celebrating with supportive family and show business associates. The following day, after backlash to Smith's attack had begun to build, Smith apologized to Rock and Academy on Instagram, remarking that Rock's joke was too much for him to bear. Despite his gesture of contrition, the Academy told its member it was still upset and outraged by Smith's behavior. Wednesday afternoon, CNN reported. The Los Angeles Police Department said Rock had declined to file a report, but noted he still had the option to do so at a later date. "I was sickened by the standing ovation," Jim Carrey told CBS Mornings co-host Gayle King Tuesday, referring to the response Smith received upon winning the Best Actor Oscar award. "I feel like Hollywood is just spineless and mass. Expulsion from the Academy is mainly a symbolic gesture, but it could pack a punch given that only a handful of members are known to have been expelled." Actor Carmine Caridi in 2004, producer Harvey Weinstein, of course, in 2017, actor Bill Cosby, director Roman Polanski in 2018, and cinematographer Adam Kimmel in 2021. More concrete sanctions on Smith could include loss of privileges to attend events like future Oscar award ceremonies and revocation of previous awards, such as his Best Oscar for King Richard, Deadline reported. Though ratings for Sunday's ceremony were up over 6 million viewers, or roughly 60% from the 21 Oscars, it remained the second least watched Oscar since at least the 1970s, according to the Hollywood Reporter. Okay. You know what's so sad? Man, so as we see what I read and possibly what's going to happen is, Will's going to at least get banned. I'm seeing more people talk about it. Wanda Sykes, of course, who's a good friend of Chris Rock, said she was sickened by that, having to watch that, and it was like, a traumatic experience. And Ellen DeGeneres said the same thing as well. There's another actor, I forget his name. His name is Thomas something. I forget his name, but last name. But he was on this movie called Sideways back in the early 2000s. So you're seeing a lot more people, especially the one lady, I forget her name. I used to actually like her show, but the lady that played Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, she said she was, she wasn't feeling that. So you seen a lot of people saying it was not cool. And then you got somebody like Jim Carrey who has a big voice and it's like, that's how we gonna let this roll. You know what I'm saying? You got Ellen saying something. So these are pretty big voices. So they're gonna have to do something. And then the fact that they told him to leave and he would not leave, he refused to leave, and they didn't escort him out. Like, I don't know. Maybe they didn't want it to be, get worse because of the whole physical, assault that he did on Chris Rock. But I mean, what else can you say? Like, it's so sad, man. I was so disappointed. I watched I don't know if this is gonna be the season finale, but I watched this morning the episode of Bel-Air, and it was a good episode. I ain't gonna give y'all such a spoiler, but they had somebody on there, one of my favorite people, that played in this episode. It was episode 10 on the Peacock Network. But I was watching Nino Brown. Shout out to that brother Nino Brown. He was talking about, he said something that made a lot of sense when you think about it. He was saying how people cool with him throwing his life away like that over Jada Pinkett and all her mess. But people not thinking about the fact, they thinking, oh, he gonna be good. But you gotta realize acting is his life. And if you think that people gonna be hiring him, especially if they want their movie to win an award, you think they're gonna hire him? You already know how the game go. They don't want to mess up the Emmys, the Tonys, the Oscars, and all of that stuff. They don't want to mess that stuff up. So I'm not gonna be surprised if, he loses it. And then you gotta think his money. Who gonna really want to deal with him? He better start his own network or something. But sadly enough, it's possibly gonna affect other people. Ain't no telling, God forbid, he can lose his Peacock deal and they be like, I'm sorry, we can't put you in there. Because you gotta think, they might want to be able to win an Emmy for Bel-Air. And then they could end up being like, well, I'm sorry, but this your first and last season for Bel-Air because we want to be able to be nominated for an Emmy or something. And now they probably ain't gonna want to do it because you ain't gonna be able to be there. They probably gonna want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why we try to tell our people, don't be thinking it's okay to throw everything away. That is not protection for a woman, and that's not smart as a businessman. Like I said in previous videos, Jada don't care. Because if she did, she would have grabbed his hand and said, no, Will. No, we good. But people keep trying to say she was hurt. But when you go back and look at the video, she wasn't hurt. She was pissed off. That's why she was smiling and shaking her head all proudly. But you got to think, misery loves company. She ain't really got no career like that. I think she's tried to do some good interviews. She has some good people on there talking about certain things on the Red Table Talk, but that's not going to save them. If you got somebody like Will, where they fucking bills can be like $100,000 to $1 million a month, that Facebook money, Red Table Talk money ain't gonna do nothing for them. And people don't think about that, man. And it just was so sad, sickening, and disappointing because Will seemed like a good dude, man, good brother. And to see this go down and over a woman who's not honorable, trying to save her honorable, is sad. This your boy JTL, opposite from the norm. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notifications. I'll be back.